Okay guys, I wasn't about to make this intro for this video, but in that last video, if you guys didn't see over here, basically what I asked is that if you guys could get 3,000 likes on that video, then I would give away a pair of these Travis Scott 1 low. So if you guys didn't watch that video, then thank the people that did, because they got the 3,000 likes in like 6 hours. It was super fast. So severely underestimated you guys, man. Or maybe you guys just really want this shoe. I don't know what it is. Anyway, I am a man of my word, so you guys will be getting this giveaway. And that's just to say it's a thank you for you guys, because I'm not a big fan of that shoe, but I'm sure one of you guys behind the camera will definitely appreciate that. So want to make somebody's day, and all you guys have to do is follow 4 steps to win that shoe. 1, subscribe to the channel. 2, follow me on Instagram at UntiedHawaii. 3, follow the Twitter at UntiedHawaii. And number 4 is commenting where you're from down below, along with your Instagram and Twitter handles. This is important because I checked that you guys followed all 3, YouTube, Twitter, and Instagram, to make sure that you guys are legit for the giveaway. If you guys are missing one of those things, I can't unfortunately count that entry as valid, so you got to make sure you guys do all 3. The giveaway will be running until September 8th, so there is ample amount of time for you guys to set up your accounts if you guys don't have one, and to enter that giveaway. So thank you guys for what you guys do for me. Make sure you guys follow those steps, and good luck in the giveaway. Now back to this video. Good morning, YouTube. What is going on, guys? I needed to film this video super early in the morning because I want to talk about this topic that I've seen a lot of people coming at me asking about, because people are freaking out why sneaker prices are basically skyrocketing all over the place. And I've actually talked to a lot of like reputable like shop owners and stuff, talking about the reasons why this is probably happening. If you guys have no clue what we're talking about, basically what's going on is that a lot of random sneakers, well, kind of random, have been skyrocketing in price over like the last week or two. These are shoes that were typically selling for a little bit over retail, or maybe there was like $100 over resale. Now they're going for like hundreds and even thousands of dollars more than they were going for just a few weeks ago. So when you guys see spikes like that, and it's not like a gradual like increase, there's usually something going on. Before I get into the theories of what I believe is going on, I want to give you guys some examples of what I'm talking about, because there are quite a few shoes that I've compiled on this list that are going for crazy amounts of money, and I want you guys to be aware of what's going on. So let's take a look at the shoes first, and then I'll talk about why I think this is happening. So the first shoe that I want to take a look at is the Jordan 1 Wings. Now, I want to let you guys know that this shoe was a perennial brick at the beginning of its release. A lot of people thought it was going to do well because it's part of the Wing series, and the Jordan 12 Wings did really, really good, but the Jordan 1 Wings pretty much were sitting and sometimes even going for less than retail. Now I'm looking at these shoes prices on GOAT, and they're going for $795 in a size 8, 600, 8.5, 9, 700, and it was just going for like $250 to $260 a few weeks ago. So you guys can see already that's like about a $400 increase for these pairs, and out of nowhere too, because the Wings are from 2017. So this random jump out of nowhere makes no sense. And speaking of Wing series, another shoe that kind of came out of nowhere is the Jordan 5 Wings, and this one is even more insane to me because I had this pair for retail from Nike, and trust me, they didn't sell out super fast. I mean, it's a unique design and I thought it was kind of cool, but not $1,000 cool. Originally at the release, they were going for maybe like even $30 or $40 over retail. Now these pairs are going for crazy amounts of money. Size 8, 1500, 8.5, 1500, size 9, 1200, 9.5, 1100. Like, what? That doesn't make any sense at all. It's the Jordan 5 Wings, man. Like, this is not hyped either. This came out last year, September, and all of a sudden it's just blowing up in value. There's some obvious ones that usually go up in value, and these are a little bit more hard to measure, but the rapid like increase and that huge spike kind of dictate that this is not like a normal trend for these shoes. So one of the shoes that I want to talk about is the Jordan 1 LA to Chicago, which it makes sense that they're going up in value, but the speed at which they're going up is way too fast. Now for the money sizes like 8 to 9.5, they're going for about $900. Way too fast. I mean, these things just came out a few months ago. Now they're going for almost $1,000. Like, that is a crazy boost. Jordan 1 Game Royals, another one that was sitting on shelves for a rather long time. Now in the money sizes, they're going for $500, $600. That's a lot for the Game Royals. Jordan 1 Court Purples, one that I thought would reach these prices in a couple years, achieve these prices in a couple months. Now for the money sizes, they're going for about $700 to $800. Way higher than what they were going for a couple weeks ago, which was about $400, $500. So they just keep increasing, man. A shoe that just came out in June, the Jordan 1 Gym Red, which was not selling for anything, man. It was going for like $240 or so for the money sizes, which is about $80 over retail. They exploded in price, dude. These things are now going for $400, $395 to $400. So another one of about $200 or so increase. That's like a lot for this kinds of shoes. And some of the ones that skyrocketed more than anything, the not for resale pairs, guys. So the Jordan 1 not for resale in the red was going for maybe about 900, 800 bucks like a couple weeks ago. Now they're going for 1600, 1700, 1400. It doubled in price. I don't know how that happened. It doubled in price. And that's just for the red version, which was much more like accessible. The yellow version, which was much more limited, is going for stupid prices, man. Right now they're going for $2,400, $2,500. Some are going for $3,000. That is a $2,000 increase because they were just going for a little over $1,000 just a few weeks ago. Now they're going for $3,400. Like, what is going on? Those kinds of numbers are numbers that you would see like on the Jordan 1 Fragment, which is a literal grail from back in I think like 2011. So it took a while for it to get to that point. We're seeing the Jordan 1 not for resale, just released last year, already reaching these same numbers. That's insane. It's not only Jordan brand that is blowing up too. Nike SBs have been shooting up in price and it doesn't make sense. The Purple Lobsters are a pair that I actually own. They're going for $1,000 now. Some are going for $1,400. I don't know what happened because they were just going for $400 last week. Green Lobsters, same thing, maybe about $500-600 bucks. Now they're going for $1,200, $1,300, $1,400. Pretty much all the off-whites seem to be blowing up in value as well. Very notable one is the Jordan 1 UNC off-white, which is now going for about $2,000 in the money sizes. Whereas just a couple weeks ago, they were going for maybe $1,200 to $1,300. So you guys can see that boost again of about 40-50% or so. And the one that is achieving success better than any of them is the Jordan 5 Trophy Rooms. They were going for maybe about $500-600 bucks after release. They were a very limited amount of pairs. However, now they're going for $3,500 consistently, which is a huge boost. That's like 6 times the price of what it was going for just a few weeks ago. There is definitely something going on with these shoes and it is very confusing for a lot of people. People are like, okay, should I hold my pairs? Should I sell my pairs? Should I buy these up now because they just keep shooting up in price? I want to say hold for now, like temper your expectations. And the reason why is because we're not sure what's going on. One of the popular beliefs is that sneaker apps are controlling the market right now and they're buying up these pairs for themselves, which I'm not buying into. I don't think that's a real thing. I think that's fake and I think that would be like legit market manipulation and that would be like grounds for like these companies to get sued. So I don't think they're doing that. What another common one is that people are saying, okay, it's just a bunch of people with deep pockets also just trying to buy up markets. But for me, I don't buy into that one either because it makes sense for the Jordan 5 Trophy Room where if you have all of the pairs, you can control that price, right? Because there was like less than, I don't know, what was it, like 500 pairs or something. So that's manageable. However, when you guys also look at markets like the Jordan 1 Gym Red, there was a huge production of that. And I don't care how deep your pockets are. There's no way you're buying like 20,000, 30,000 pairs of the money sizes at $400 a pop. That is insane. That is ridiculous. And I don't think that's feasible for somebody that just has deep pockets. Like, that doesn't make sense. And I don't know why you would attack the Jordan 1 Gym Reds of all things. Like, why? Now, what I think is happening and what I've talked to a couple shop owners and I've talked to like some people like really big in the business, what people are saying is that the most logical reason for these price spikes is because of the tariffs being placed on China and imports and exports of goods. I'm not going to talk about the politics behind it, but there's definitely some backlash in Asia about these tariffs that are being placed by President Donald Trump. That I think makes sense. I think that's probably the most logical reason of why these price spikes are happening. What essentially is going on is that before these tariffs hit, I think that what these Asian markets are doing are they're buying up a lot of shoes because they're preparing for, you know, having to spend more money on these shoes later down the line. So I think that makes sense because then you would see that it's not one person or one entity doing it. It's like a bunch of these companies overseas thinking that this is the time to buy. And that would make a lot of sense to me because it kind of lines up with the time frame of why these spikes are happening. I don't know, that just makes the most sense. And to a lot of people, they say that that's probably what's going on. I don't have a foothold in Asia. I don't know people that operate in selling sneakers out of Asia, but if you guys do, or if you guys think that this is the best theory, then let me know in the comments below because I feel like that makes sense. However, with that being said, should you guys sell your shoes now? Should you guys buy up shoes now? I don't know if it's a good time. Like, I feel like these markets are so unstable and these spikes don't make sense. There's not a lot of people that can afford a $3,500 pair of Jordan 5 Trophy Rooms, and there's not a lot of people that even want that pair for $3,500. For $3,500, you can get pretty much a dead stock like Air Yeezy 2 Platinum or Solar. Like, why would you spend money on a Trophy Room when you can get something ridiculous like a Yeezy 2 Plat or a Yeezy 2 Solar. Like, it doesn't make sense to me. So if you guys are looking for like quick cash or something right now, then yes, sell them now, because people are buying it up for these prices. These aren't just sell prices, these are the bid prices for these items. So it is a good time to sell. However, in terms of like, should you buy them up at a resale hoping that they'll continue to rise, I would hold on there, man. Like, it doesn't make sense for me to buy up like UNCs for 2,000 and hope that they hit 2,500 like a couple days later. It's a big risk, and like we talked about in the Art of the Flip series, we want to minimize risk, and right now it is a risky market because we don't know what's blowing up and we don't know how long it will last for. That is my take on that. I mean, you guys are free to do what you want, but that is just my experience talking. So that's what I'm kind of doing. I'm just kind of just observing the market, seeing what's going on, and trying to draw conclusions from what's happening. So if you guys have your own theories or you guys have your own thinking of what's going on, feel free to hit it up in the comments below. Let us know, talk about it. Don't bash people in there if they're saying, nah, it doesn't really make any sense at all, you're stupid. Like, don't do that, guys. We're trying to figure this out together as a community, and we're trying to figure out like, what should we do about it? Because ultimately it affects the buyers as well as sellers. So I want to try to figure out what's going on and see if we can kind of create like some stability in the market, even if it's in small scale. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. If you guys enjoyed this video, feel free to hit that like button. If you guys are new here, feel free to hit that subscribe button as well. And until next time, stay humble, stay blessed, take care, guys. I will see you on the next video. Aloha, shoots.